overnight line movers. Best place to check that out on the internet, SBRodds.com, the single best place to go. These lines are moving all the time, 365, 24/7. Let's take a look at one of these that we're going to take a look at. In the NBA, the Pistons total on the rise. Markets open up around 210.5 and rise to as high as 213. The playoffs are set. In this game, look, minus 15 for the Bucks. We'll get into this game a little bit more later, but the total of 213 on the rise and going higher here today, Teddy.
Yeah, games, remember all the game ones, 8-0 to the under. Games 2 are now 3-0 to the over. So we have seen the play on the floor be something more of up-tempo than we saw. I know stars more shots were made. We saw a bunch of teams ice cold from three-point range in game 1 of the series, including the Pistons, who shot 29% from 3, just 38% shooting overall. No Blake Griffin again for Detroit, and yet the markets think that's going to affect them more in the defensive end. The Bucks like to play fast. The Pistons had very little chance of stopping them in game 1. Mark's expecting an up-tempo affair once again in game 2 this evening.
Checking SBRodds.com as we speak, Teddy. That line is now up to 214, so certainly on the move, almost a 3.5-point move. If we take a look at offshore, Chris reporting a 210.5 opening. Take a look at some Major League Baseball, shark frenzy and a feeding frenzy down in D.C. The shark getting a little bit of love here. Opens up around 125, now sitting currently right around that 114 level. Actually, let's see what we got here, 129, 130. Yeah, so right around that same level. Total of 8.5, some margin. Hellickson, let's not forget yesterday, Giants come into town, pick up that series opening victory. We'll see what happens today, but the shark getting a little bit of love here, Teddy.
Yeah, I think it's more about Hellickson. The markets hate Hellickson. I don't even know if it's the broader markets. There's a group of bettors that seems to come in against Hellickson. I saw it all year last year. We saw it in his first start this season. It's a group of bettors out there that are betting against Hellickson every time he steps on the hill. Now, he had 2 innings of bullpen work for his debut. He's the 5th starter. And then he had a great start against the Phillies. Of course, the fact that the Nats led that game 14-0 before he left helped him be more aggressive. But we're not talking about a pitcher who the wise guys like. We're not talking about a pitcher who the advanced metrics like. And you can expect to see anti-Hellickson money on a fairly regular basis, although it's worth noting Samardzija 0-6 with a 7.39 ERA in his last 6 starts against the Nationals.
Yeah, anybody's watched Hellickson pitch out there. Certainly not the power pitcher, almost a poor man's Greg Maddux, trying to find your spots. And if you're not getting help from the umpire, not finding your spots, those balls can certainly leave the yard rather quickly. Seeing the A's bounce back is what they're going to take a look at on Wednesday. Athletics opened up around plus 102, rose as high as minus 114. Looking now at SBRodds.com, right around a minus 110, but still a nice line shift on that. Total of 9. Miley and Montes on the mound after the Astros pegged Oakland 9-1 last night.
Yeah, the markets do not ride streaks. When you're talking about how the MLB markets are going to move, they don't care that Houston's won 10 in a row. They don't like Wade Miley. That's why the money's coming on the A's. I mean, it's just that simple. Yeah, it's 10 straight wins for the Astros, including 4 of them against this Oakland team during that span. But I like Miley, although he shut out the A's for 5 2/3 in a 6-0 win against Houston earlier this season. I'll put it this way. It's not my money coming on Oakland.